For sunup, and Jamie Davis is already hard at work.
Even gonna bypass getting a coffee this morning. I don't know if it's a really big accident, but we could get there and the whole hood could be ripped off and it could be a really big deal. Holy took out all the guardrail.
A semi hit black ice and slid off a ramp.
Right up on the guardrail there.
Now it's stuck on top of a concrete barrier and has the exit shut down.
We'll get the rotator over here in here, pick that whole trailer up and the tractor and just slide it over.
I'm already en route, just so you know, Jimmy.
For backup, he's gotten Adam out of bed.
Just when you think you're gonna be able to get some sleep, you just lie down and you gotta go again. When you start working long hours and days, you start going stir crazy. You start losing it. No, you go crazy, you really do.
Tired? Did you have a good sleep last night?
Yeah, no, I'm just
Waking up?
Yeah, I was out the door in 10 minutes, so I didn't have time to wake up.
I know, I woke up on the way here too. I tell you, I slept like a log after yesterday. I'm almost a little bit jet lagged this morning. I'm like, ugh. Once I get a coffee, I'll feel way better.
Jamie gets ready to hook up, but Adam suspects the boss may have forgotten something.
So now we'll just lift this up.
His brakes are on, eh?
I hope so. You better check with him. Adam's just telling me about maybe we should check and see if this guy's brakes are on.
Are your brakes on?
No.
You go throw them on for me, please? Brakes were still off.
He's lucky you said something to me
Yeah,
because they were off.
They were off.
Oh my God.
It could have been a costly mistake.
The minute I pick that thing up or whatever and I dislodge it from the concrete, away she could go. So really, that's really cool. Good for thinking of that one. You're gonna make management one day.
Yeah. Got that big fancy new truck, thought he could do her all by himself, eh?
Once it comes off that guardrail, it could do this.
It's been a long season, and the one thing Jamie doesn't need is another headache.
Oh.
So before he leaves, he wants to make sure he gets paid.
There's customers fighting and resisting to pay the bills, and you're the bad guy all the time. You gotta be one tough son of a bitch to be in this business and to deal with it. We just have to find out about this trucking company. I think we've dealt with them before. They want to charge this bill and take their stuff without paying, which may not be too bad. And I think they're a good company, but I have to get Art to double check that in the office before we make that decision. Yeah, it's been a long time since we've had anything to do with them. I mean, he wants to take all this stuff into Burnaby, but I'm not so comfortable with doing that. You know, these things end up months going down the road and nobody seems to pay the bills, you know what I mean?
Just to be sure, Jamie has Adam tow the rig back to his yard until the credit card clears.
I'll go back to the shop, deal with the payment issue here, and then maybe go find breakfast or an early brunch somewhere, and we'll see what goes from there.
Over in his truck, Adam's pondering his own problems.
Like, say, I'll come home bitchy, crabby, grumpy, you know, and you gotta take it out on somebody. I know I'm gonna do enough work here to support my family. I don't know. Is it really worth my stress? I don't know. I'm seriously thinking of trying something different during the winter. I don't know. I want to actually come plow snow one year. I might do that next winter, maybe. I don't know. Contemplating it.
The winter season is almost over, and Jamie's been too busy to deal with his own growing stack of bills.
Not my favorite part of the job is this place. I'd rather sweep the floor than do this. Every 30 days, bills. We've got a parts account in town. You know, we're talking about headlights and hoses and brooms and all that kind of stuff. Somebody's buying themselves a brand new parka. Well, who told them to do that? Everybody's got their hand out, and all of a sudden the tap turns off and there's no more money. What happens? It's a stressful business. So here's a purchase order. Somebody's buying a set of gloves. That's $22 for one one pair of gloves.
Back.
I want to show you something. This pissed me right off. So I'm looking at the bills from Napa, right?
Yeah.
So they get this $30,000 bill there.
What?
Yeah, 30 grand. I bet you if I added up your glove bill for a month, probably $2,000 or something like that.
In gloves? No.
Look at this. Today I'm in there and I'm looking at all the invoices. Gloves, 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 gloves. There's 4 pairs of gloves sitting on the ground at $15 each.
Yeah.
Each pair of those is 15 bucks. I've never had a bill of parts this much. This is out of control. I mean, we're using enough gloves for 50 guys. Oh my God.
So here's your gloves. Where your gloves are.
They wear them once and throw them away. Unbelievable. Unbelievably out of control. And it ain't gonna go on, I'll tell you that.
An even bigger expense is people, especially now that the work is slowing down.
This place is an ongoing expense. If nothing happens here in 90 days, you're gonna be out of business.
Can't you roll up a strap properly?
Apparently not.
Now you gotta redo it all over again.
Well, no, maybe I don't. Maybe we'll get Sammy to do it. Maybe Sammy do it the way you like it. Those guys aren't generating income, they're generating costs. There's really no reason to keep all these guys around. So what else do you do? You know, I don't know what anybody would do.
Jamie isn't the only one thinking about layoffs.
Kind of knew it was happening, but I didn't think it was going to come this quick. Like, we're not even in April yet.
It could happen any time to any one of us.
I don't know who it is. I don't want to kind of figure out who it is, but sooner or later we will find out.
The winter season is winding down, and the bills are piling up, leaving Jamie with a tough choice: layoffs.
There's really no reason to keep all these guys around. So what else do you do?
It could happen any time to any one of us.
Sooner or later we will find out.
There's only one man on Jamie's crew who doesn't have to worry. An hour after Adam went to bed, Jamie called him to assess a wreck high up on the mountain.
Well, as soon as you go to sleep, that's when something happens. The work doesn't come until late at night, early in the morning. But then that's the routine you get into, and you start getting beat down, and your morale gets down.
A semi went off the road and landed 50 yards down a snowy ravine.
That would have been pretty scary rolling down there.
The wreck is too far down to do anything tonight, so the trucking company has requested a security guard.
Just above where he's parked. Put a guard on it overnight so we don't have any people come here and try to loot it.
What's up?
Look down, way down.
Holy.
I bet he's got one hell of a bacon strip on his underpants, eh?
Oh, at least those trees stopped them. I guess this is where I'll be sitting all night.
Did you bring toilet paper?
All right.
See you later.
See you later.
Yep.
After another long day, Adam heads to bed for a second time tonight. The next morning, Jamie and his crew mount up for the recovery.
We need these 2 chains to go too, Sammy. We're just about ready to roll out here.
Today, Brandon has recruited his girlfriend, Shannon, to help out.
Shannon's coming out to help out with flagging because Denise and Lorraine are out somewhere else, so she's coming out to help. Yeah.
Oh, they're just like the sexiest things I've ever seen.
Okay, on the bus, let's go.
With the layoff rumor going around, the boys are happy to have a big job.
Okay, we're on the road.
So what do we got going on there, Adam?
Looked to be about 75 to 100 feet down in the dark last night. It was kind of hard to tell, but
Do you think that the thing needs to be unloaded, Adam, or would it be just good the way it is?
I couldn't tell.
It's too far down up against the trees. I didn't want to get on the back side of it last night and try to look too steep.
Well, I guess we'll just have to wait and see what develops here then, 10-4. Well, for me, the nicest thing would be just to pull the whole thing up with the load intact. Be easy and quick and simple. Be good for the customer. He'd save some money. If that works out, it works out. But if it doesn't, we could be here all day.
See what the hell's going on here.
The fully loaded semi skidded, flipped on its side, and then slid down a steep ravine.
Oh, look at this.
Split open?
She's broken in half right here.
The trailer is so damaged that if they try to pull it up fully loaded, it could break apart.
I think she's going to be an unload job.
The trailer's rear door is wedged shut by a tree.
Well, we're going to have to chop this tree out of the way. There's no way we're going to open them doors.
So they break out the chainsaw.
I'm getting away from the tree. I don't want to get squashed.
Job well done. Holy moly.
For Jamie, what's inside is a huge headache.
A mail truck is going to have 35,000 pounds of material in it at least. This is people's lives here. There's checks in the mail here for people, contractors, businesses.
Every single piece will need to be recovered, clean and undamaged.
You see these crates coming down on people? Yeah. Be very careful about them. I mean, they probably weigh 150 pounds each. Yeah. This is slipperier than this is bad. See, that's how slippery it is. Let's bring the chop saw down and just take this door right off.
It says it's pretty slippery, right? You're gonna have to hold me so I don't slide down. Oh. I got you there. Yeah, put your foot lengthways. Yeah. 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 Don't pull me. Good enough.
The post office wants all this mail unloaded and back in the system today. So Jamie brings in his salvage crew, supervised by his neighbor, Jim Lasser.
So, is everybody here? Okay, so we're just gonna go over a couple of safety points.
Just watch it on the hill. It's going to be slippery. We got a rope set up there. Falling objects, we're going to be running the crane over top, picking up baskets, and swinging, so keep out from underneath. Watch it on the hill and inside the trailer. It's really slippery in there.
Zero tolerance on mail. Anybody caught opening or put anything in a pocket will get a quick ride down to the police station.
By this fine young lady.
And
she's with Canada Post.
An official from the post office is on scene to monitor the recovery.
Basically, my job is to ensure that anywhere that the mail is placed, that it's being watched. I'm here until all the mail is loaded.
Many of the crates have spilled open, so thousands of pieces of mail will have to be recovered one at a time. And the client has told Jamie that they prefer to use a cheaper crane from a rental yard instead of his expensive rotator.
Now I'm gonna head home because this truck's really expensive and it costs a lot of money, $600 an hour, and the customer doesn't want to pay any idle time for trucks hanging around here for no reason.
As this could be the last big wreck of the season, the boys are itching to show off their stuff. But for now, all they can do is wait.
Tell Jim to get that kid to put that smoke out. We'll have a fire down there and the whole load will be gone. The one in the green hat, smoking away.
No smoking!
Jim's got a radio on him. That's just common sense.
Jim, make sure nobody smokes in that trailer because we don't want the mail to go on fire, right?
On the ride home, Jamie's back to worrying about cash flow.
The big jobs are lots of aggravation too because the bills get huge. You send your guys out, you send lots of equipment, you've got a lot of man hours, you pay these guys, and all your money's out on the line. You might have 20, 40, 60, $100,000 out on those jobs. All your money's tied up in an insurance company, and they're going to do their best not to pay that bill.
Back at the yard, Jamie's brother Kelly was passing through town and stopped by in need of a little fuel.
It's not the fuel, it's just to get the guy's goat. And when you get him, ooh, he's got a big vein, goes right across his forehead and pops out. That's kind of the reaction you're looking for.
Full right to the brim. Don't have to worry about the competition when you got family. My brother, guy thinks he can help himself. Like 2 tanks of fuel here are $800 or $900. That's what a big truck costs to fill up. I don't get mad very much, I tell you. That makes me want to punch him out.
Jamie has arrived back at the yard to find his brother helping himself to a tank of diesel fuel.
I don't get mad very much, I tell you. That just makes me want to punch him out. Don't you think that's rude? Like, you know, you didn't even ask me or nothing. Like, why would you just think you could just come in here and fill up? Why is that?
I didn't think it was a big deal, but obviously.
Well, it's not a public place for you to get fuel at.
I didn't think I was.
I mean, if you had,
but I know where I stand now.
That's like me taking your tires off right now and putting them on my truck.
If you needed something and came and take it from
I wouldn't just take your tires off your truck. I'd ask you. I'd ask you.
Whatever you had to do, Jamie, because that's the kind of guy you are. You pretty much do whatever you want to each other, and you're still family. That's what makes you a family.
It's got my blood pressure up, but at the end of the day, it's not going to make or break anybody, and it's not the end of the day, and it ain't worth fist fighting at our age anymore, so we'll just leave it alone.
Up on Highway 3, Adam was hoping to have the trailer unloaded by lunchtime. But moving thousands of pieces of mail from an icy trailer on its side at an angle on the edge of a snowy cliff is taking longer than they had thought. Eager to be useful, Sammy heads down to help speed things up.
Gonna be a double Scotch night tonight.
Up top, Kevin notices that Brandon and his girlfriend aren't exactly focused on flagging.
Brandon! You need to come down and help. You're here to work, right? You gotta set an example for the others. You know? If you're the boss's kid, you should be down there working. Well, put your butt down there, buddy.
What's he going down for?
Hey, Brandon!
Hey! Get up here. Get up here. That's Jim's crew down there. You let him do the work. You understand?
All right.
Too many bosses here. Brandon, go sit in the truck. We don't need to calm down. You don't need to have 6 people being a boss.
Well, I just thought he's standing around.
I understand, but are we the ones getting loaded up the bank? No. So just leave it alone.
I'm really bad right now. My boss, Jamie, is not here. So I have Kevin telling me to go down there. Now everyone's yelling at me, telling me to get up. What do you want me to do? Don't yell at me, I'm listening to you guys. Now I lost all respect. I don't want to be told what to do ever again by them.
By early afternoon, the trailer is still half full.
Easy. No, wait. Legs, car. Just hang on. Okay, so these cages, they all stuck together. Man, that's gonna fall down really hard. You know that, eh? Okay. Well, let it go easy. Easy. Yeah. Man, this thing saved my ass. Right there. Right there. Little chunk came out.
Back at the office, the diesel incident has inspired Jamie to crack down on fuel costs.
Hey, do you have the 5-6 fuel card? No trouble. I'm just keeping an eye on things here in the office so I don't track it down. So you have it. I want those extra fuel cards cut up because I don't want too many running around. We have our own fuel here. We only need them for out of town now. So they're just loose stuff that could be, somebody will be into that, using one of them and jacking me for some more money.
It's a painful thing for a woman to cut up credit cards, you realize.
By late afternoon, they're still moving mail, and Jim is getting worried about losing daylight.
It's getting pretty good.
Well, Jim doesn't want to have his guys working past dark, which I don't blame him. It's too dangerous down there. Well, they're working on an angle of the trailer, and all the envelopes are dumped out. They're picking them all up one piece at a time, as you can see. So now you get to halfway mark of that trailer where the floor is all pulled away, and you can have guys tripping through the hole in the floor. They could fall through the hole in the floor, get stuck, slice their arm off. It's important to get the mail out, but the most important thing is the worker's safety. 5-2 to base.
Go ahead, Adam.
We ain't gonna get this whole thing unloaded tonight. It's a real slow process.
How come?
Every piece of mail is dumped out of its bucket. So it's like taking out packages of computer paper and throwing them from a 10-story building and having to pick them all up.
But the post office is anxious to get all this mail moving by the end of today.
We might have to keep them working all night.
I wouldn't want to work down there past dark. Won't be able to see what the hell they're doing. Did you copy that?
Yeah, he copied it. He just didn't like it.
I'm not making the call. I'm just forwarding the comments.
Yeah, Jamie says, okay, just do as long as you can right till dark, and we'll have to restart again tomorrow morning.
And Jamie couldn't understand why we wouldn't want to work in the dark. Well, it's a safety factor.
Right now we're going to go into shutdown mode. So whatever items and parcels and letters are moved to the back of the trailer, we cleaned up. Whatever's in totes to the front will now stay.
Any mail that's left needs to be secured overnight.
Because we've had to remove the one door, the other door will fold down for security for the night. We're going to stack a couple of these bins at the back. So if a single individual walks down here, they aren't going to be able to just move the bin and walk in. It'll slow them down from walking in. Hopefully create enough noise that the guard up top would hear them and come down and kick them out of here. Well, we do the best we can with what we have, so.
With the threat of layoffs on everyone's mind, the heavy rescue crew heads home, knowing that tomorrow could be their last hurrah. It's the end of the season, and Jamie's yard is full of wrecks that can't be released until somebody pays the bill.
They've got a bill here that's over 60 days old. That's a huge bill. I'm going to guess $30,000 that they owe us. So I'm just wondering, is there any thoughts about how to pay?
Because I believe that was also an insurance one, but I honestly don't know how that's dealt with.
Mm-hmm. Couldn't you give them a call maybe and just figure that out? I mean, I have to make sure I get, I have to pay bills too, right?
Well, you see what I can do? Who is it I'm speaking to?
It's Jamie. I'm the owner.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. Thanks, partner.
Sounds good.
Yep, bye. He's just one guy. And I mean, this yard is full of trucks. Every minute of the day, there's costs going on. So there's no reason why, they can't be paying us on time.
Up on the mountain, it's day 2 of plowing through postage.
If you want to get a hold of Jamie, we are about 5 minutes, 2 more lifts away from being done down here. Lucky today we had quite a few that were loaded with big parcels. It goes a lot faster. This crew has really, really hammered it out.
We'll take it and go now.
Yeah.
I have more traffic in my clear descent.
Brandon and his girlfriend Shannon are back on flagging duty, but today their relationship has become long distance.
This is a boring job. It's a cold job. It's depressing out here. Look at this place. And, it's not that fun.
They're taking longer than I expected on that. That's for sure.
All right, I'm clear and sending.
Kevin is still keeping a close eye on things.
Remember when you're sending, you're supposed to stand on this side, right? Flag them through.
You want to come do it?
At 10:30, Adam can finally get to work. He pulls the semi back on its wheels to make it easier to pull up the hill.
Go ahead, Jamie. Can you hear me?
Yeah, how's things going there?
And we're all done. We got it uprighted now. It's uprighted down the bank. We're just switching over to suck it up the rest of the way.
Okay, you guys are just gonna pull it out without me?
I can wait if you want.
Do you think you can handle it on your own?
Oh yeah, we got it all upright now. It's on its wheels, so we're just switching around to grab the back end to pull it up the bank.
Get them for a semi for a minute.
He's gonna think it over.
5-2.
Go ahead.
You guys just go ahead and pull that up.
The plan is to run winch lines to both Adam and Bruce's trucks.
Okay.
Adam's coming up by Bruce. They're both gonna pull.
With the trailer unloaded, this should be a simple job.
You looking okay there, Jim?
Rolling nice.
But right away, the totaled cab snags on a tree. Bruce, being Bruce, just keeps pulling.
Whoops. Goes the hood.
Then the front wheels start fighting the tow up.
Just hold on, Bruce.
Eager to show he's still got what it takes, Bruce heads to the rescue.
What's he going down for?
Hey, hang on, Bruce is going in.
Bruce trying to leave with this truck or what?
Hey, he's gonna fire it up.
Give me a rope.
You guys have a rope? He's gonna tie the wheel off on it.
Bruce ties off the steering wheel to keep the tires straight.
Hey, Bruce, if you want to run some cable out now, just kind of head for Kevin's truck a little bit.
They get back to pulling. But then Adam hears something he doesn't like.
What's that noise? Is that the truck or what's that noise? Everybody get out of the way. Everybody get out of the way. This cable will come off and take your head right off. You get them guys on the other side, tell them to get out of the way.
Lot of stress on it.
Is that the truck or what's that noise? Everybody get out of the way. Everybody get out of the way. You get them guys on the other side, tell them to get the out of the way. This cable will come off and take your head right off.
Adam stops the pull until he can figure out what's wrong.
Yeah, I've never heard that before, so. It could have been Adam's trucks. Could have been winch line. Just never know, so you just try and stay clear.
Adam's worried that the long winter of pulling wrecks has taken its toll on his winch cables. But with the semi hanging, he can't stop now.
Oh, she should come now. I'm just scared of my two rotten cables breaking.
Might have to block the roads.
Oh, we're gonna have to, yeah.
As a precaution, he shuts down traffic completely.
Dead stop, tow truck's working on the problem.
To lessen the stress on his cables, he repositions his truck while Bruce holds on to the load. Fingers crossed, they start pulling again.
want cable, up.
A strand on Adam's cable has snapped.
What, Bruce?
His instincts were right.
Frontline truck and we're using cable.
To fix it, they have to cut out the broken section and then re-crimp the cable.
Jamie's been with this cable now for a month. He doesn't want to replace it.
The third time?
That's the 5th time. So when I get back, I'm parking the truck in the yard till he puts cable on it. Watch out. He's known it's been for the last 2.5 months. So when I get back today, I'm parking the truck and that's her. When he puts new cable on it, I'll come back to work. If he doesn't want to put new cable on it, I'll go to work for somebody else.
That's good.
An hour later, they take a deep breath and start pulling.
It pricked you, and I know you need cable. I know it's kind of like you're the frontline guy and you're getting a second best treatment or whatever, but I don't know. I don't know what to do with it.
A snapped cable has pushed Adam to the breaking point.
The last time it broke, the cable comes swinging at me. I had to dodge out of the way, and doesn't want to fix it. So wait till spring, I guess. I guess somebody else will be driving her till spring.
Until Jamie buys him a new one, he's on strike.
What's it gonna cost? $2,000?
Yesterday, Jamie wasn't budging.
I don't want to spend the money on 2 new cables, and there's bills to pay.
But today, he's had a change of heart.
Get the forklift under it. Hey, what's
He's realized it's going to be easier to replace a cable than to replace Adam.
Adam is the top producer of the company as far as revenue goes, and we clash once in a while, but at the end of the day, he's been with me since day one, and he deserves that kind of respect. He's going to get new cables by the end of the day.
The crew spends the morning installing the new cable on Adam's truck.
Pretty pliable cable, eh?
Yeah, 6 by 26, right? I'm not cheap, but at the end of the day, I have to be frugal. So I knew that they were at the end of the rope, so I know that they need to be replaced.
Back to full power.
Back to full power. I got my best guy back. He's my top dog. Yeah, and I keep him happy. Just about broke the company when he took the night off.
But the latest expense has forced Jamie to face a sobering reality. The unpaid receivables and the growing pile of bills are finally forcing Jamie's hand.
Today's the day. I don't like firing guys. I don't like being the boss kind of boss. But decisions have to be made, and they've got to be done, and I'll do it.
After lunch, he breaks the news to the 2 part-time drivers.
Well, it's just getting that time of year, right? And we, I got to start to trim up everything, right?
2 down.
Take her easy. Thanks.
2 to go.
I have a hard time laying people off, but the realistic part of that is the money runs out. All these guys are family, but at the end of the day, if there's no money to pay them with, there's no sense hiring them to work. Get her done. Get her done. Can you give me a few minutes?
Oh,
I want to talk to you. Partner. Hey, have a seat. We're kind of coming to the end of the season. So today's a tough day for me. My problem is, I'll tell you what it is. I can't carry all the payroll in the off season because there's no work.
Yeah.
We can only sweep the floor so many times. We can only do whatever. We rely on Sammy so much. He's everything. He's the guy in the shop taking care of the trucks. He's on the road with us. He really was the shining star of the whole season in my mind.
2 bottles of scotch today.
He deserves 2 bottles of scotch. So it's coming down to the point where we're finished winter now, so I'm gonna have to lay you off. So, it probably is the hardest thing for me to lay you off because you're the best guy, right? So it's kind of tough. Really, you are.
No, it happens anyway. So yeah, no work, right?
Yeah.
No problem.
You're good with that?
I'm good.
We just can't keep people around because, you can't just have a buddy, you know what I mean? Friend or no friend.
He had some feelings, I can tell. He didn't want to do it, but he had to do it, right? And it happens, it's okay.
But Jamie's toughest day of the season isn't over yet.
I've been thinking about your truck and you, and I don't know how busy this truck will be in the summer for you to make a living, because I won't be able to give you all the extra hours like we did last year because we're just paying too much in labor for stuff that doesn't happen, right? What I'm trying to say, that's maybe the wrong way to say it. But I can't keep guys around here on the hour for the summer when we're slow because it just keeps on going out, right? So I got to trim up the payroll is what I'm trying to say, because now we've got truck payments.
Well, feel the weather. It could snow tonight still, right? I think you're jumping the gun a little too quick.
Yeah, I get money goes out of here in boatloads, buddy, and I got to not have so many guys hanging around all summer. Everybody's on payroll and putting in hours, and when just sweeping the floor. Well, I can only do that so much. I can sweep a floor, right? Season's over, but it happens every year, and it's what we got to do. It was a tough one. That's a tough one for me to have to make that call.
A little bummed out, I guess, a little upset, but
What do you do? I don't think Jamie realizes that by him doing that, that gives me more freedom to go do a little more what I want to do, which is playing with my camera. So if I'm out there trying to make money with my camera and there's a wreck that happens and I'm not available, well, that's too bad for him, I guess. Want a beer, buddy?
No, man.
You sure?
Yeah.
Don't want one? Let me twist that arm of yours.
Yeah, he did. He twisted all right.
We'll both go to the food bank tonight?
Yeah. Yeah. Get some free food.
He's gonna regret this. I know he is. I told him that already.
Yeah?
Yeah. A month down the road, we're gonna get a big wreck. That I know. It'll happen.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Long after sundown, the only one left at the yard is the boss himself.
I should be at home probably right now, but I'm not. I'm taking care of business. You know, I can barely get away from this place because it's a 24-hour, 7 days, 365-day responsibility. You know, the wife is on me all the time. We need to go somewhere, and they pay a price. It's been a tough season. There's days where I just get up and I shake my head and go, what the hell am I doing this for?
For Jamie Davis, winter on the Coke has been like fighting a war. It's taken its toll on his family.
Okay, kids, I'm gonna go back to the shop.
His body.
I tell you, this thing pushed me beyond my limits. My arm is just killing me. I can't even lift my arm.
His nerves.
It's a $750,000 mistake. It's junk. I'm getting chest pains, man. You know, sometimes I think I'd just like to quit.
Anyway, a southbound semi.
At 11:30, a call comes in for a wreck on the Coke.
First flight standard, then he ends up off the guardrail on the other guardrail.
As he's done all winter. As he's done since he was 14. Jamie mounts up and heads out, this time alone.
And the promise you make to keeping that highway open 24 hours a day is a huge commitment. You've got to go out there and you've got to open that road. There's no option. Closure isn't an option. This is the only thing I've done all my life. This is who I am. It's what I do, and I still love it. Well, this looks bad. My mom and dad towed when we were kids. We grew up in the industry.
6 years ago, he started his own company.
My name's on the door. My name's on the line. My ass is on the line all the time.
He's gambled millions of dollars on new gear and a promise that his crew can get the highway open faster than anyone.
It would drive me nuts to have somebody come out here and outperform me. Just across from Shylock.
Yeah, this just happened a little while ago.
Highway 5, Coquihalla.
Is the road closed there, guys?
The overnight freight runs are backing up.
Yeah, 10-4, nobody's getting through.
Trucks and their cargo worth millions of dollars are stranded.
Well, there's a long lineup of traffic.
Until Jamie's crew can reopen the road.
Oh, that thing's broken right in half. Unbelievable, man. All that's left is the front of the trailer. If you left all the accidents all over the roads, what would happen? We'd have chaos.
A semi skidded with such force that its trailer ripped in two.
What happened?
The slush and the ice went out of control.
Jackknifed?
Jackknifed, and then with the pressure, the trailer ripped apart.
You know, I couldn't wrap my head around what happened there.
Another semi, swerving to avoid the wreckage, rammed into a deep pile of snow.
Unbelievable.
Trucks across the road, there's no movement.
The Coke has been shut down for nearly an hour.
There's a load of trucks down there in the lineup, though.
Highway authorities make it very clear that they want the road open now.
If you leave this thing off the side of it, you better get the traffic out of here before you start.
They'll be on your back to make sure you're getting your stuff done and getting your trucks. They don't want to see anything happening here that isn't smart.
The front end of the trailer is still attached to the cab's tow hitch. The back half is opened up like a tin can.
Okay, pull him up.
It's lost all its structural strength.
Drag that baby.
Hold it. Hey, Sammy, tell him to stop. This trailer's ready to buckle now.
50 yards down the road, another of Jamie's trucks is working to extract the second semi out of a deep snowbank.
Must be pounded into that bank like cement, like he's in there.
Yeah, he's in there pretty good.
Back at the split open trailer, heavy rescue is dragging it by the rear bumper to the side of the road.
There we are. That's good.
They cleared just enough room to get a lane open for traffic.
Opened up now.
That's it. Then they can clean the mess up when they got the traffic clear.
Good news for the truckers, but bad news for Jamie's crew.
Just another juggling act we got to work through.
They're going to push us all the time to make sure that we keep the road open as much as possible.
At least they're going slow for now. They shouldn't run us over.
So what we got to try to do is weave through everything, quickly get a truck in here, hook up to something, keep our blockages to a minimum.
We got a bunch of backed up traffic here.
Have it off the road here in a minute.
The morning rush is now less than an hour away. But one lane is not enough. Jamie needs to move the cab of the split semi with the front end of the trailer still attached.
Believe it or not, it's actually safe. It's pinned to the fifth wheel. So it can't go anywhere. The only thing it can do is turn this way and that way.
It's a matter of doing a little bit of different rigging and we'll be good to go.
Just before dawn, the crew finds a way to haul the broken trailer off the Coquihalla Highway.
He's going to take a little weight off it and kind of just skid it off to the rest area.
Good.
It's not pretty, but it gets the job done.
We've got everything off the highway.
All the traffic's cleared, so it's all yours. I'm heading home.
Nice work, guys.
It's early in the busy winter season, but already the yard at Jamie Davis Towing is bursting with wrecks.
This one got tangled up with this guy. That's part of the bridge. Another one went off. We got so many here, it's a little confusing.
Be so happy when this place is not a mud pit anymore.
Jamie's headquarters sits at the entrance of the Coquihalla Highway Pass, just outside the town of Hope, British Columbia, a 2-hour drive from the coast. In Jamie's fleet, 14 custom-built heavy rescue trucks.
And we have some of the best equipment in the world. You know, world-class stuff.
He's betting that there's more than enough trouble on the mountain to make it pay.
That's good there, eh?
Lately, he's been getting more than he bargained for.
Yeah, Jamie. Jamie, I'm the owner.
Okay.
I'm not always happy when it's that busy. And my stress level goes through the roof. Another Hugo bill.
But for all the business coming in,
Another Hugo
Jamie isn't sure he's making any money.
This business is costing every minute, every second, every hour of the day. Ah! That's my biggest thing in this whole world is equipment damage. This truck cost $130,000. It's my, I hate damage. It's going out, money going out, money going out.
And money isn't his only headache.
No. Like, if they're junk, let's throw them away. That's what I want to do.
He also has to keep a crew going 24/7 in often brutal conditions.
I got guys coming in with truck problems. I got guys with their personal issues. I got guys doing damage. Who am I firing? Who am I bringing in?
One of his original employees is yard manager Kevin Ritchie, who is not quite Jamie's right-hand man.
He'd be my left-hand man.
I'm going for a ride. Yeah, I was one of them kids that watch the fire trucks go by, watch the police cars, watch the ambulances. Yeah, it's one of them guys.
He's got a good heart, he's good intentioned, and he's loyal. I mean, he's been here a long, long time.
Born for pressure.
Yeah, he says he's born for pressure, but you look at some of the guys that have been around our place the longest, and they're kind of a weird, wacky bunch of guys, and they're all a little bit strange. But you need all the help you can get.
I've never done this before.
The newest hire this season is yard helper Brandon, Jamie's 16-year-old son.
Gloves, you don't need gloves.
Hey, you don't do that with your hands. There's 1,000 things going through my mind at one time. I'm always juggling things. I try to be happy. I want to be a happy guy, but I'm not.
But in Jamie's world, one challenge trumps all others. Mother Nature.
There's some snow. So it looks like we got a little bit of snow happening here. Do you guys feel it?
A few flakes is nothing to worry about yet.
Everybody that way.
But by tomorrow, that little bit of snow will grow into a monster storm.
Yeah, there's a hell of an accident up there.
That will take a driver's life.
Oh my God.
No, get the out of here.
You know, if I was driving a tour bus, I'd be pointing out just how picturesque all this snow was. Unfortunately, my opinion is different.
Last night brought big snow. At Jamie's Heavy Rescue, the crew is gearing up for a busy day.
This is kind of when we got to rock and roll, is when it snows out. Everybody on their toes, ready to deal with whatever's going to happen here today. Here, this isn't like working in the city. This is hardcore, see in 40 hours, hope you make it back alive kind of place.
Organization is very key, so I know where everything is. And if it's unorganized, it's gonna take half an hour to find what I need. And time is key.
At 7:05, they get their first call.
Everything will work out. Yeah, bye.
Just outside of Hope, near the entrance to the Coke, a semi is jackknifed. The northbound lanes are at a standstill.
So let's just head out. Let's get out there.
Trucks across the road, there's no movement.
Adam Gazzola is Jamie's most experienced driver.
I saw the wrecker on his way up.
He prides himself on getting to the wrecks first.
I would say Adam's pretty well top dog here.
Adam has been working the mountain passes since he was a teenager, long before Jamie ever set up shop.
Seems like all the trucks come here but can never leave.
Driving Heavy Rescue 52, the most powerful truck in the fleet, Adam is by far Jamie's top moneymaker.
Adam has earned that, hands down. I mean, he's been around the game, he's earned his position.
And he's not afraid of the competition.
They push me, I push them back, but you know, usually the bigger guy wins, so.
The semi's jackknifing, he's blocking all lanes of the highway, so we're gonna go and give him a pull out.
The morning rush is about to begin, but already traffic is starting to back up.
The highway's completely closed.
People are turning around on the freeway here.
With every minute the road is closed, pressure builds.
Adam's down there already, pretty sharp and pretty fast.
This guy shorts around.
Yeah. I don't know how much damage there really is.
Adam pulls the 70-ton semi away from the center divider.
You have any idea when they're gonna open up again?
The truck is still drivable,
I just spun the trailer around.
but it's facing the wrong way. And the already rattled driver's not sure he can turn it around.
Well, one of us can back it up if you don't want to do it. Just go ahead of him in case he jackknifes again.
Adam guides him back to a nearby on-ramp.
If he backs straight up to this on-ramp, he can probably spin a U-ey right there.
Well, they're just gonna back up the off-ramp now. We should get off the road here too. We'll pull up right to the turnaround there, right?
In just under 14 minutes, Jamie's team has turned what could have been a costly delay into a mere speed bump.
Hey, they're coming at you, Denise.
Yeah, we've got it open. We got the truck off the road now. People are going by you and they wave and they say, thanks for opening the road for me, you know, and that's a part of me that's kind of like, that does it for me.
Anyone know what the road's looking like?
By mid-morning, another 4 inches of snow have gummed up traffic on the Coke.
Once you get up to the top of the smasher, it snowed, and it's not been plowed.
With an 8% grade, the Cope is one of the steepest major highway passes in North America. On a good day, it trims 2.5 hours off the old route. But there's a downside.
You can leave on a sunny day, and by the time you get up this hill, you're in a blinding snowstorm because of weather conditions, the height of the mountain, and all those factors contribute to some of the most wildest accidents you've ever seen.
I was always told ever since I started this, respect the road, respect the conditions, especially the Cope. You know, it's not like you'll just end up in the ditch like you would out in some flatlander piece of prairie. I mean, this here, you're going into the side of a mountain, or you're going into a concrete berm, or God forbid, you're going into 2 or 3 other vehicles. It's bloody dangerous.
Are they still chaining there somewhere up on the Coke here? There are guys chaining up.
On a day like this, semis need giant tire chains to get enough traction to make it over the steep pass.
You're going to use those chains to get you up the hill safely, you know, without spinning out or sliding on the ice.
But chaining up takes time, and truckers only make money when they're moving. So some drivers gamble and try to go what's called barefoot.
You know, it's nice and cozy warm in my truck, so I don't want to get out and put those chains on and lie in the snow. So I'll just run it barefoot. So a lot of guys throw the dice down and they carry on.
Halfway up the hill, one trucker has just learned why going barefoot is a bad idea.
You know, I love this highway in the summer, but in winter it sucks. When you chain up at the bottom, you can get rolling and have momentum. That'll carry you all the way up the hill. Okay, I'm gonna go and give it a try.
Without that little bit of speed and momentum, it's a losing battle, even with the chains. Spun out, all he can do now is sit tight and wait for one of Jamie's heavy rescue trucks.
Yeah, I wish I'd just stayed home.
The spin-out has triggered the chain-up lights down at the bottom of the hill.
You heard that, you gotta chain up, do you?
Now, chains are mandatory.
It's amazing how many drivers don't know how to put their chains on. They don't have the mentorship, or nobody's shown them, or they've never taken the time to look themselves and try and figure it out. It's scary, and it's disheartening because it's getting worse.
What's up?
These aren't on properly.
No.
No. Look, when you put these chains on, you go like this here, goes like this in there, cams up like this.
It's my
so it can't come apart. Otherwise it can come apart.
It's my first time chaining up.
That's right. Now all you have to do is the other side.
I'm from Iraq originally. The weather there is nothing like here.
Never driven with chains on.
It's scary, man.
Things are really messed up. Lots of people calling, trying to figure out when we're going to get their trucks out of the ditch.
The heavy snow has slowed traffic to a crawl. Adam heads up the hill to clear the spun-out semis.
Man, they'd be with move. They see you coming with your lights on. I think they'd move over. Get over, man. The Renegade and the pickup.
When Adam finally arrives at the first stranded semi, 45 minutes have passed. He wastes no time attaching his main winch cable.
Okay, we'll just hop in here and try to get going here.
It's called a pull-up, and on bad days like this, it's the bread and butter of the towing trade.
They'll sit here and traffic lineup in a snowstorm for 5 hours, won't get out of their truck. And they'll get up onto the hill and spin out, block the whole road again, then they'll get out and put their chains on. That makes no sense to me.
By noon, there are spinouts all up and down the coke, which means plenty of business for Adam.
Want to throw that right hook on the line?
Kevin comes up to give him a hand.
Okay, so get him to go up with me.
Okay, so when he starts going, put it in first gear and follow straightly behind him.
The roads are so icy that even Adam's mighty Rescue 52 is having a hard time getting a grip.
Okay, he's pulling me back here, okay? We gotta get some teamwork going here.
You gotta help him! Okay, now he's gonna go. He didn't have his inner axle in. Now he should be okay.
But a tow-up over the steep summit is not always appreciated.
How much is the total amount?
$466.48.
How come they $450? 13%? I just
19% fuel surcharge.
no, I don't get the fuel surcharge.
You pay it. Everybody pays it. I even give you peanuts. I'm not a bad guy.
They're $450 peanut, man.
Well, sorry. It's all right. He figured it'd be $350, and then he didn't understand there's tax. I provide a service, right? Sorry you don't like it, right? It's not my problem you were stuck down there.
2 more burps through, Brian.
I got the key, okay?
That's mine, yeah. You bring it back or I have to charge you for it. That's the price of trucking, buddy.
By early afternoon, heavy snow has turned the highway into a parking lot.
Disaster waiting to happen.
Plows are struggling to get through.
5-2 to base.
And Jamie's heavy rescue crew has more calls than they can handle.
Your heart sinks because it's turning into a major disaster.
And Jamie's worst fears are realized when all hell breaks loose at the top of the cove.
Is it bumps and bruises or serious?
Hill heading northbound. Sorry.
No, it's all plugged up. We're backed up around the corner now.
Right across the bridge when you come around that corner, dude. We're stopped.
The Highway 5 just closed down.
The vital lifeline through the mountains is at a dead stop. And the one guy who can open it is stuck in traffic. One of North America's most treacherous highways has come to a complete stop.
The road is closed for a minimum of 3 hours. If you want to turn around here and go back, you can.
Hundreds of drivers are now stranded on the mountain. Adam has been called off spin-out patrol and is fighting his way through traffic to get to the wreck.
But I can't get to him because the road's closed.
Tired of waiting at the back of a 5-mile-long lineup,
Get the out of here.
Adam crosses the median and heads up the mountain in the opposite lane. It's a risky gamble that puts him the wrong way into oncoming traffic.
The only thing I'm worried about driving down the wrong side of the road is another semi coming at me. The biggest thing is just get to that wreck.
1, 2, 3.
Up at the accident scene, injuries to people are minor, but the vehicles are a major mess.
Welcome to the Coca-Cola Highway. One of those days. We're driving along. Another truck passed us. Big clouds of snow, and couldn't see a damn thing. There's 2 choices, left or right. I chose right because the big truck had those cylinders on it. So the first thing that came to my mind was explosion. Don't want that. I plan on living a few more years. And I tried to get by that van. I couldn't get by him. Ended up hitting him with the corner, and then that pushed us the rest of the way in the snowbank.
Look at this car here, just mangled.
By the time Adam arrives, a handful of small tow trucks are already on scene. But none can handle a mess this big. Adam's Rescue 52 carries a fixed 30-ton crane and 2 powerful winches that extend the reach of the truck by hundreds of feet. It would take 8 standard automobile tow trucks to match the capacity of a single heavy wrecker.
Okay, are you guys moving that Buick?
I'm ready to move whatever I can as soon as we get the go-ahead.
Adam wastes no time taking charge.
He wants to go to Merritt, so our truck will take him to Merritt. The biggest thing is getting the lane open, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this white van out of the way. So I'll pull that off to the side, I'll get this guy out of the way. You got to look at the situation, you almost got to draw it out in your mind as to what's going to happen. You know, if I pull here, is that truck going to go there? Did you copy that?
12 miles away, Jamie's got his own problems. A semi that tried to escape the closure has skidded off an exit ramp. Now, one of the few escape routes off the Coke is also closed.
It wants to go this way.
Because the divided highway is built for speed, the exit ramps are sloped like a racetrack. Add ice, and it becomes more like a bobsled run. On the single-lane ramp, Jamie is having a tough time getting into a good position to pull the semi out.
You got the road crown going like this, and you have a bank. Like, you really need to pull this guy out that way, but you can't.
Jamie uses a remote to control his winch, but the stuck trailer is not cooperating.
See, that's what you don't want to happen.
The cables are rigged to pull the truck backwards, but the trailer keeps sliding sideways.
This is a deal. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Up at the top of the hill, Adam is also under the gun to get his section of road reopened.
Hope Towing's just loaded a car out of here. Ken just loaded a car. Highways want the road open.
The small tow trucks have removed all of the cars. All that's left is Adam and the jackknife semi. The truck is wedged deep into a snowbank. Adam has to pull it out using a single 3/4-inch cable.
One of them cables breaks. You know, it could take your head off. So the cable talks to you. You'd hear a really high-pitched pinging noise. So you have like a second before you know what's going to break. Watch yourself.
You open north yet? No, the policeman's blocking the road here, northbound.
A major wreck has shut down the Coke for going on 2 hours. Adam was working to get a stuck semi out of a snowdrift when his cable snaps.
The stuff they pour on these roads, the salt, the magnesium, just eats these cables.
The broken main cable forces Adam to improvise. His second line is both thinner and older.
It'll pull. My other line is plan B, plan A, so. If I break the second line, then I'm screwed.
By late afternoon, the temperature has plummeted to 4 below.
You know where my leg is about here? Okay.
At the bottom of the Coke, Jamie and Kevin are wrestling with a semi that slid off an exit ramp trying to escape the closure.
Some jobs that look easy aren't. This thing's turning into a nightmare deal.
And see how the road slopes like that? We don't want him to go back in there and hit this pole and knock it down. We're all frozen, tired, cold, hungry. I haven't eaten yet today. I got my lunch, but it's sitting in the office. I didn't think it would be that long.
I'm starting to freeze up.
It is what it is.
Up at the top, Adam is having better luck.
Nice. Can't get much better than that, eh?
She's up and running now.
But Adam can't relax just yet. He's needed down at the bottom of the hill to help the boss. When Rescue 52 arrives, Adam positions his truck at the front of the semi. Jamie is still hooked onto the back. They're going to try a move called a slingshot.
One guy on one end, one guy on the other end will get out of here. Like, I've had enough for the day. Two of us working together, we're gonna get it, but now we're getting somewhere. Go, 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 let him go, let him go.
What Jamie has struggled with all day is fixed in minutes with Adam's help.
I think that's it. I'll help Jamie pack up and let's get the out of here. I haven't even slowed down enough to have maybe 5 cigarettes today. And that's not normal for me. See you, boys.
Frozen and exhausted, Jamie and crew head home. But it won't be long before the coke calls them back.
There's a hell of an accident up there. Holy, that's gotta be a serious thing.
Oh my God.
It just turned into a fatal.
It's 2 a.m. The Coquihalla Highway is at a dead stop.
Yeah, there's a hell of an accident up there. They just shut the highway down anyway. I'm turning around and heading back down.
A 5 semi pileup has completely shut down both northbound lanes. For Jamie, a long day is about to turn into a long night. But he's got a little extra help this time. His 16-year-old son, Brandon, wants to come along. Tonight, he's getting his first taste of hardcore heavy rescue.
I want to have a little fun with it because you gotta love your job. The job that you do should be a job that you love.
This is a whole new thing for him.
Jamie has a 10-minute head start on the rest of his crew.
Got a call that there's a 5 semi crash south of Merritt, probably about 44 Ks, which could put it around the Coldwater area. We don't know what it is. They're just all tangled up, and the highway's completely shut down. So it's pretty well a full response with all the equipment going, all hands on deck. So you've never been to a semi accident like this much?
No, nothing like this. Never seen anything like 5. You don't know what it's gonna be like.
Yeah, 5 semis, road totally blocked.
That's gonna be nuts.
Okay, 150 to everybody. My ice meter's going off here. It's getting cold.
The ice meter measures road temperature and sounds an alarm for black ice conditions, a thin layer of frozen water that can turn a highway into a skating rink.
Morning, John. You know the situation, do you? Yeah, I see the ice. Hear what's going on.
It's a really bad night. I don't want us getting in a crash on our way to this thing. It's starting to snow now.
It is too.
You gotta really be on your game, right? Yeah, it could turn into a big show. So we're gonna pull over here.
Before going any further, Jamie stops to chain up.
Rock and roll. It's what we do all the time.
And Brandon gets his first assignment.
You know what you're doing, Sonny? Go get the cam lock tool. Find one.
Chaining up, I hate it. Chaining up is always a bitch. It's hard getting underneath the truck, snow's falling on top of your head. It's a wet and dirty job.
Chained up, Jamie is faced with a new obstacle.
Larson is shut down, northbound totally.
Okay.
Backed up trucks are now blocking both the northbound lanes. But southbound is still open to traffic.
They still got traffic moving south now. There's no way they close the wrong way.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should just take a chance and do it anyway, buddy. It's traffic slow.
I don't know. These roads are pretty want to cause a crash.
We're gonna go the wrong way up traffic because it's only 6 kilometers up the road here. So we'll just get her done. And it's precarious at times, but gets you to where you need to go in a hurry. You're not gonna be fighting traffic in the wrong lane.
You're going the wrong way down a highway. You don't know what's gonna happen.
Just 2 miles on, they find the wreck.
Where did you turn around at?
I just came up the wrong way, right, for now.
Adam and the rest of the crew gambled on a different route on a back road. Now they're stuck, and Jamie has only Brandon to help.
We're gonna get to work right away to get trucks out of the way. They're all spun out, they're all together and jammed up together.
Looks pretty bad though. Looks pretty bad. It's gonna take a long time to get this shit done.
Looks to me like one truck spun out, another guy banged into the back of him, and another one beside him, and they just all jammed up together. Hello? Anybody home? A lot of times when we get to an accident scene, the trucks will be abandoned. Trucks travel with 2 or 3 of the same company going down the road, so they'll get on the radio, hey, can you give me a ride? And they'll be gone. It's a really commonplace, more than you would think. Okay, full cable. Undo the top cables. This guy's got to go first. He's jammed into the other 2 trucks, but he's the most in the way, and the driver jumped ship. See if that'll fit in his tow pin.
Most semis are designed with reinforced steel toe points that are welded directly to the frame. It's a huge time saver.
Give me cable. We're winching the first truck up the hill and getting him out of the way. Yeah, just unhooked that one. We've got one down, one out of the way. Adam's coming down. There's another big wrecker coming the lower road, so we'll be in and out of here maybe in an hour. Famous last words.
Everyone's backed up. Everyone needs to get going, so we want to get it going too, right? Traffic needs to go.
He's doing pretty good. He's getting to work. He's got a good attitude. Yeah, just hammer that ball maybe on here. See, I'm the old smart guy. I've been doing this a long time. At least I think I'm the old smart guy. Okay. That don't matter. Hey, Brandon, see these little pieces of stuff? Go grab that and put them in piles. I probably could use Adam for one of these to pick it up, get it out of here.
By themselves, Brandon and Jamie have 2 trucks moved within half an hour. It's all going according to plan until Brandon spots something.
These are the wheels here. Hey, we found the drive wheel, okay? Come on. Guys underneath the wheel. The guys underneath the wheel.
Is he really?
Guys underneath the wheel.
Oh my God.
Hey, Joe, get that out of here. Don't even look at it.
Let these highways guys know. Hey, Bob.
Yeah, that's all right, guys.
Black ice on the coke has triggered a 5-truck pileup. One of the drivers is missing, and Brandon has just discovered why.
Yeah, the wheel. The guys underneath the wheel.
Is he really?
The guys underneath the wheel.
Oh my God.
Hey, Joe. I don't want to see that ever again. That's cool. Seeing someone dead before your eyes definitely makes you think. A wife, probably children, right? Like parents, friends, and they're all going to be affected by that.
It's a brotherhood, right? So we all mourn with something like this. We all say a prayer for him today.
I'm an old codger. I've been around it a long time, so it's not a new event for me. Maybe Brandon here, it's something he's never seen. Okay, it's just turned into a 1801 fatal. Everything stops right now, and this scene's in lockdown now, and it becomes our RCMP accident investigation. So where's everybody? Keep everybody away and just
you guys want to get to the other side of the highway and
shut her down till then.
When Adam finally arrives, the coke has been completely shut down for more than 3 hours.
Most of these people have time deliveries on there. Some of them might even have life-saving stuff on board. Millions of dollars a day goes back and forth through the highway in cargo. The mandate is to try and get the highway open as soon as possible.
The northbound lanes must remain closed until police finish their investigation. Since that'll take hours, the crew on the mountain decides if they can't move the wreck, why not move the highway?
We're taking the center barriers out of the road so that they can clear up all this traffic. All these guys have loads to deliver, the whole economy, and all these trucks are idling here, so it's a pretty big priority.
The highway is divided by concrete blocks that each weigh about a ton. If they can move 3 or 4 of these dividers, they can make a space big enough for traffic to cross over and use one of the oncoming lanes.
This is our last one. This will allow the traffic that's sitting here to move out.
At just before 6 a.m., the Coke is reopened to alternating traffic. But Jamie's job is far from over.
Yeah, we'll be here for hours and hours. I bet you we're going to be here for another 5 hours.